Slowly she turned the handle of the downstairs loo and edged in carefully, making sure that the rucksack didn't knock over the earthenware plant pot with its flourishing spider plant. Bert came with her, and she had to nudge him out with her boot before closing the door behind him. The front door was too noisy to leave by. The loo window always stuck a little, and the trick was to give it a little thump with your palm. She held her breath, listened for any noise from upstairs. Nothing. She wound the small linen hand towel around her fist. It took 3 good pushes, each stronger than the last, before the window swung open noiselessly. She threw the rucksack out first, and then carefully climbed out after it. She pushed the window shut and stood in the moonlit, tiled courtyard. In a corner was Henry's little trike, and in another Ella's beach pushchair. She'd meant to take both in case of rain, but had forgotten. She looked up to the night sky. Cloudless. It would be a dry night. She picked her way over the sandpit, held in a wooden box that her father had made for her when she was little, and now given fresh life to with a coat of scarlet paint, and made her way to the gate. The hinge creaked a little, but before it had shut itself, she was already gone. Around the corner, down the lane, and out to the bus stop by the harbour. Part 1. Adela's Only Love. Chapter 1. Pendragon, 2018. Kit Beecham stirred the tomato soup in front of him. "When will your brother get here?" Ella put her bowl down on the kitchen table and sat opposite him. "Why, nervous?" Kit looked up into Ella's golden eyes. "Should I be?" "He'll adore you," she reassured him, "and if he doesn't, you'll know about it pretty quickly." "Oh, blimey." Kit really was nervous. Ella loved that her boyfriend was taking this meeting seriously. Her brother was the only family she had left. His opinion counted for everything. She picked up her spoon and replied, "Tomorrow lunchtime. He's getting the early train down from Paddington. Should be at Bodmin by about 1. Ella pushed curls the same colour as her soup behind her ears and dipped her spoon into the steaming bowl. She sipped and burnt her top lip. "Ow!" "Careful," Kit said, blowing on his own spoon. Freckles bounced across her face as she opened her mouth to fan cool air onto her burning tongue. Kit tore at the centre of his crusty French roll and handed her some. "It'll cool you down." She took it gratefully. For a couple of minutes neither spoke, quietly enjoying their simple lunch. "I suppose," frowned Kit, "I don't want to make a bad impression." Ella giggled. "I think Henry is the one who needs to be more worried. He could be a total ass." She pulled Kit's hand over the table and rubbed it against her cheek. "You'll be the brother he never had." Kit let his hand trail her cheek and chin. "He's very important to you, isn't he?" She blew on another spoonful of soup and nodded. "We are the last of the Talons." Kit wiped the final crust of bread around his bowl. "Why do you think the solicitor wants to see you both?" "The usual, I expect. Mum has either hidden herself so well that she doesn't want to be found, or she's dead." Ella put her spoon down. Kit saw the lost child in the woman in front of him. "He'll find her," he said, with a certainty he didn't feel. "I don't know." Ella sighed. "Pass me your bowl." "I'll wash up," he said, glancing out of the window and looking at the sky. "Fancy a walk? The dogs could do with one. Or are you too tired after all that vacuuming for your brother?" Ella looked over at Terry and Celia, who were lounging in their separate beds, looking as disdainful as only Afghan hounds can. "Well, doggies, fancy a walk?" Terry managed a discreet waft of his feathery tail, while Celia sighed and raised an eyebrow. "What a pair of lazy..."